Hey Bayek, it's me Ian, and in today's video I'm continuing my look at the Carry On films, and this is That's Carry On from 1977. It's the 29th release. Yes, 29th release. So that means we've only got one more to go in this look at these films from this Carry On box set. Yes. Now, it's 95 minutes long, and Rotten Tomatoes give it 48%, which I suppose for them isn't too bad, but yeah, there's a lot to say in that sense about this film. Well, yes, before this, we had Carry On England 1976, which, yes, is Carry On England, isn't it? And we've got one more in this set, which is Carry On Emmanuel, that's 1978. And of course, they did go on to make Carry On Columbus, which I'm not going to look at. It's not supposedly a very good film, and it's difficult to get hold of. I think you have to get it on an import. So I've decided not to go from that. We're just going to look at this from the box set. Yes. So the screenplay is, it says, by Tony Church, and really screenplay is giving it a more grandized view of what this film is. It's essentially the script for the introductions to each clip, because it is, I'm afraid, it's a clip show, not a film. Well, it is a film, but you know what I mean, don't you? So therefore, that's the grandized version that it's a screenplay, yes. Now it's produced by Peter Rogers again and directed by Gerald Thomas. And the music, of course, is by Eric Rogers. And that's it. I mean, what else can I say in terms of this? That it is a clip show introduced by Kenneth Williams, yes, and Barbara Windsor. Ah, yes. And this is Barbara Windsor's last appearance in the Carry On films. But what is nice is that you can sense between them there is a friendship. You can sense that, and that is really nice to see. The script, the introductions are not particularly. They're all right. They're not outstandingly funny. Apparently, these were done over a 2-day filming, and they did make changes as well. So I tried to think what the some of the original script was like, but there we are. So they introduced these films. There is a sort of thin premise, which is that they're supposed to be trapped in Pinewood Studios' projection room, and they just happen, as you do, be surrounded by all these cans of films, which are all the Carry On films. Well, that was convenient, wasn't it? And they go through them and show us the clips. Yes, I know. Now, the background, in many ways, it's twofold. It happens to be 20 years celebrations of Carry On films. This was a good excuse. Also, I think they were inspired by MGM with their That's Entertainment from 1974, where they put together all these clips. It was actually quite a box office hit. And let's face it, the writing was on the wall. The Carry On films were not loved as the same anymore, and Carry On England had been really quite a flop. And this is like a last. You can argue it's a cynical, money grabbing attempt to get the public back to loving Carry On films and reminding them of its glories, which it does. And on that basis, you can say it's quite a lot of fun seeing these, but then it reminds you of what has happened, and there's that kind of sadness with it. But from that level, you can enjoy it in that sense. But it is a clip show. It's not a film in that sense. You could have put this on TV with their other TV shows. Yes, that's what you could have done with this. But they thought, well, hey, let's do this. And guess what? It wasn't even a main feature. It was a supporting film. Yes. And they made a really good choice here. They used as a support. It was a support film to film Golden Rendezvous. Now, on the basis that it was an Alistair MacLean story, it was very popular. The films had been. You think, and it starred Richard Harris, though there are certain problems behind this film. The film was a flop. Yes, it was very poorly received. So that's not a good basis, is it? And, what can you say? Why did they do that? They didn't. The reason is they didn't have the confidence, and because they knew the public just no longer felt that love and affection. I mean, that would come back now in time. People look back and we see it differently, but at the time, like so many things, it's the end of that particular era, and that is why there is this sadness in it, and it doesn't work. There is one more film which I'll be reviewing next week, and well, actually I've never seen this one, but everybody says the film to come is really bad, so we'll find out when that comes along. So this is it, really. This is the end of an era in many ways, even though there is that one more film to come, and the fact that it just bombed, really, didn't it? And you could have said, well, I could have told you so, but you can. They obviously cared so much about this series over time, and they realised the game was up, if you want to call it in that sense. But hey, let's make a bob or two, hey. And they didn't. Didn't. I mean, really, they shouldn't have. It is interesting, I think, also, when you look at this film, that they show clips from all the films except one, and you know which one that is. Carry On England. Carry On England, they did not show any clips from that film. Says it all, really, doesn't it? It really does. So, I don't want to sound... I'm trying to be positive. I am trying. You could enjoy it. You can have a laugh. And it reminds you of some of the great moments of all these films. And that is a good point, That is a positive point to end on, isn't it? Let's just have a quick look again, as we always do. There it is. This wonderful box set. It is wonderful. I mean, all these films, in here, and it's hours and hours of entertainment. You can't go wrong with that, and it's reasonably priced for all these films in here. 30 films. Wow. 30 films. What can you say? amazing, absolutely amazing 30 films. And some interesting extras as well. Yes. In fact, there's a disc full of all sorts of extras. Though, unfortunately, it's got another alternative version of Carry On England. Yes, best avoided, I think. Yes. Anyhow, that's it. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because then we'll let you know when I produce these videos, and you can see what I've produced, look at the playlists, and hopefully you might find something you like, or perhaps you won't. No, perhaps you won't like it. And also, if you like this particular video, then please give it a like, because it gets it out, and hopefully people might enjoy my videos, you know, the algorithms and all that stuff. And it all costs notes. Hey, by heck, it costs notes. You can't say fairer than that, can you? Hey, by heck, they can't. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I really do enjoy reading your comments. You know, it's great. It's one of, you know, to get response is great. And I think that's it, really. Yes. So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.